is telecommunications? Telecommunications is the transmission of signs, signals, messages, words, writings, images, and sounds or intelligence of any nature by wire, radio, optical, or other electromagnetic systems. Telecommunication occurs when the exchange of information between communication participants includes the use of technology. It is transmitted either electrically over physical media such as cables or via electromagnetic radiation. We have therefore chosen as our item the telephone because it has been a device that has evolved so much over recent years. Over the next few slides, there is a timeline starting from 1920 up until present day showing the changes in the telephone. The first telephone. This was the very first telephone made. It was made in 1844 by a man named Vincenzo Manzetti. In 1960, a more developed version of the first telephone was made named a cord phone. In 1973, this mobile phone was made by a man named Dr. Martin. The flip mobile phone was made later on by a number of different people, all from Russia. This is the phone you will see in most households. It's a normal cordless phone. And finally, one of the newest phones, this phone was made by TELUS, and another recent example, of course, is the iPhone.
As part of Jobs in the Workplace Environment category, we decided to show the changes that have occurred with regards to women in the British military services. Women were allowed to join men in the military in 1917 as they were needed to assist the war efforts. During World War I, women carried out a range of tasks. These varied from making weapons and ammunition to being nurses on the front line. A common role of women during the First World War was manufacturing vehicle parts in factories for the men to use on the front line. Women served a vital role during World War I and helped us to win the war. Now, women were allowed to serve on the front line as soldiers and can qualify to be any rank within the military. They can even progress to be a field marshal, although no woman has achieved this yet. Since women have been allowed to join the military, they have played a vital role in protecting our country and its people.
For the love of my Aunt Margaret! Hello, welcome to my practice. So, here's a seat. Now then, what seems to be the problem? We need to sanitize this. Bring the mostly cleanish water. Ignore the brown stuff. It's nutrients. Nutrients for the wounds. Oh god, it's all a pus. Let's get all this brown stuff in there, nutrients. We've washed some of it away. Okay, now we've got... Oh dear, that's an awful gash. Bring the bandages. Don't mind the brown bits on it. It's more nutrients again. Yeah, it's really good for you. Totally hygienic. We've totally never used it on other patients before. We care for the best interests of our patients. Here lies Lydia Milner, mother of 5, who died after a bad arm amputation due to dirty water, bad bandages, and an unnecessary amputation. The doctor is ready to see you, Miss Milner. Oh, lovely. Okay. Oh, there's a nasty gash there. Yeah. Okay, we just clean some of that off. Oh, okay. There. Oh, I see there's no pus in it. That's very good. And I'm so glad that a lot of people nowadays have a much better idea of hygiene and what to do with wounds. Yeah. There, all bandaged up. Oh, thank you so much. Make sure to rewind it every day. Okay. I'll get you something from the local pharmacy. Okay. And make another appointment with us in a week's time just to see how it's going on. Will do. Thank you so much. Thank you.
In 1917, Marcel Duchamp expanded the definition of art after his work The Fountain, an upturned urinal signed by the artist. This founded the basis of modern art.
In 1926, Fritz Lang released the first science fiction film, Metropolis, which incorporates dynamic visual and special effects.
In 1928, the famous Mickey Mouse was created by Walt Disney, eventually becoming the face of the corporation we now know and love.
The first electric guitar was invented in 1932. George Beauchamp created the frying pan, which later developed into the modern electric guitar.
Rock and roll was formed in 1953 by Bill Haley with Crazy Man Crazy, combining guitars, saxophone, piano, bass and drum kits. This was played by famous artists such as Chuck Berry and Elvis Presley.
Leisure time. After. Before. Before people used to read for pastime, however, now iPads have taken over.
As you can see from the pie chart, this is how people spend their time now. However, in 1917, a lot more time was spent at work.